Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine and having very good days at home. In our previous video, we studied letter C. That is the third letter and that sound is K. Letter C, that sound is K. In our today's video, we are going to study letter D. That is the fourth letter. That is fourth letter. And its sound is D. Letter D and its sound is D. So let's start our reading. So let's start reading my book of letters and sounds. First we will understand letter and its sounds. Then we will see its tracing and its vocabulary along with the pronunciation. So here is letter D. Say the sound and trace the letter. This is letter D. That is fourth letter and its sound is D. Letter D and its sound is D. Let's start its tracing. How to trace letter D? We start from this arrow and draw a straight line to the bottom of the page. We start from this arrow and draw a straight line to the bottom of the page. And then we will start from here and make a curved line like this to the bottom of the page. Then we will start from here and make a curved line to the bottom of the page. This is capital D. This is uppercase D. This is D. And this is lowercase d यानी कि small d. इसकी ट्रेसिंग हम कैसे करेंगे? Firstly, we can start from here or we can start from here. If the arrow is here, then what we do? We start from this arrow, then make a curve like this to the center of the page and then draw a straight line like this along a loop. A straight line with a loop. So this is small d and this is capital D. And what small d looks like? This. And this is capital D. Let's see some of its vocabulary words. Dolphin. Dolphin, the dolphin. The dolphin. The duck. Duck, the duck. The dog. The dog. The driver. The driver. The deer. The deer. The dinosaur. The dinosaur. So these are its vocabulary words. The dolphin, the duck, the dog, the driver, the deer and the dinosaur. Circle letter D from the given words. So let's circle letter D. Where is letter D? Yes, this is letter D and we will circle D. This is dad and where is D? Here are two D's. So we circle both D's. Identify and circle the objects starting with sound D. Starting with sound D. The letter D and its sound is D. So where are the objects that sound is D? This is. So we will circle deer. This is dog and we will circle dog. Dolphin. We will circle dolphin. This is duck. So we will circle duck. This is dinosaur. It starts with D with the sound D. So we will circle dinosaur. And this is drinking. So we will circle drinking. Let's start our next book, that is my activity book of letters and sounds. Identify and circle the objects starting with letter D. And we know this is dog, so we will circle this. This is box, we will not circle this. This is dolphin, so we will circle dolphin. And what is the tracing of small d? We start from this arrow and draw a curved line to the middle of the page or middle of the line and draw a straight line with a loop. So this is small d. Identify and color the objects starting with D. So here we will not only identify but we also color them. This is deer. So we will circle this and color deer. And this is duck. So we will identify the duck and color it. And what is the tracing of capital D? We start from the arrow and draw a straight line to the bottom of the page, and then we'll draw a curve to the bottom of the page. So this is capital D, and we will also color them. Identify and tick the box of objects starting with letter D. Which object starts with D? This is table, so we will tick it. And this is dinosaur. We will tick it as well. And we will trace both capital D and small d. Draw a straight line to the bottom of the page, then we'll draw a curve to the bottom of the page. And then we will draw a curve to the middle of the page and then draw a straight line with a loop. So these are capital D and small d. Let's have a look at this ABC pad. Where is letter D? Here is letter D. And if we look at here, children learn flap, then we can see D is the fourth letter. So this is letter D. This is letter D. So this is small d and that was capital D. Let's have a look at these animals and identify which animal starts with the letter D. Very good, deer. So this animal's name starts with D, that is deer. So now students, let's practice some sand tracing. So how we draw letter D? Start with the straight line, then draw a curve to the bottom of the page. So this is capital D. And how to draw small d? We draw a curved line like this and a straight line with a loop. So this is small d. So it was our today's topic. Take care. Allah Hafiz.